great to have everybody here at Home Team Grill and the Fan. Assistant Coach Mike Rhodes sitting in for Shaka Smart, and going to let you introduce. I mean, this is like the shooter fraternity here, right? You know, from one shooter to the next. But introduce our guest.
Well, one of our senior captains and one of the crowd favorites, that's for sure. My kids absolutely love him, and he's been here 4 years, and we're very, very proud of him. Troy Daniels from Roanoke, Virginia.
All right, Troy, welcome to the show, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's hard to believe you're a senior, right?
Oh yeah, feels like yesterday. I just came in.
I mean, did it fly by?
I mean, it definitely did. You know, Coach Smart, you know, on Easter Sunday, him and Coach Rose and Coach Wade came in and, you know, welcomed me with open arms, and you know, we're here right now.
It was Easter Sunday when you recruited him?
His senior year, right after Coach Smart got the job, down at his house.
All three of you. I don't think I knew that.
Well, no, it was Will and Coach. Okay. And then I came the week later, and I came right down. I remember driving down to see he and his mother, and we went out to eat, and excited to have him. I saw him play a bunch of times in high school. Right. Saw him in the state tournament, and when Will said we're recruiting Troy Daniels, I was like, that's a pretty good move right there. So. Especially because I love shooters.
Do you guys have a special, because you guys are shooters, do you talk about shooting? I know Coach has said the process of shooting, right? That's really key to your success, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a big key to my success. And Coach Rose, you know, he helps me out with it, and Coach Ballard and Coach Smart, and it's just a great feeling to know that I got guys behind me and coaches behind me that believe in me. So,
Coach Ballard really works with Troy this year. Coach Christian really worked with him last year. And I just get in his ear once in a while and say the little things. But those two guys each year, and Coach Ballard's doing a great job with them. And you know, when you have a shooter like him, and he gets so many shots, you know, I think it's one message from one person, and it's really worked for him. And he does a phenomenal job of listening. And the process, Greg, to a shooter, to some people may seem simple, but you got to go through that process on every catch, on every follow through, on every shot, and records and stats speak for themselves. He's done a phenomenal job of that.
Can you sense when you feel like you have it on a given night, like you did against Fordham?
Sometimes, you know, if I miss my first 5 shots, you know, I think the next one's going in. I think that's big for me and big for any shooter. You know, I think Coach Rose can say the same, but I mean, on any given night, I feel like I can, you know, go off and hit a lot of threes, and my teammates find me and stuff like that. But going into the game, I just want to do whatever I can, you know. So,
how do you think you've evolved as a player?
I think it started as me, you know, evolving as a person first of all, and then, you know, it transferred itself over to the court. You know, I'm not just known as a shooter now. You know, the guys have to box me out. You know, I'm rebounding the ball a little well, and you know, just anything, one dribble pull-ups and stuff like that, you know, I feel like I've evolved a lot.
Coach, I've seen him. I mean, he's having 5-6 rebounds a game. He's diving on the floor for loose balls.
Yeah, but he hit it on the head when he said he's developed as a person first, and became more confident and felt a big part of it. And when you feel like that, you can do more, and you want to do more. And his defense has really improved. People don't realize how good of a rebounder he is, especially defensively, rebounding. He gets a lot of rebounds on the weak side. And he even takes charges now. Shooters don't take charges, and we've seen him take a few charges. So he's done a great job. And you know, I think the weight room with Daniel Roos has really helped him. It increased his range, increased his explosiveness, and he's done a good job now. He can guard different type of players. He can guard sometimes point guards down to 3. Sometimes he guards fours in the post. And because he's gotten stronger and tougher, he's really helped us in a lot of different ways. Everybody talks about his shooting, but we would not be where we are the last 2 years if it wasn't for him developing as a player.
Well said. Can you take us inside the weight room with Coach Roos, and how what do he put you guys through?
I mean, it's crazy. It's very hectic. There's a lot of havoc in the weight room, I can say. And you know, sometimes it's not even in the weight room. It's outside the weight room. We're with, you know, Coach Roos and doing Navy SEALs training and stuff like that. But I think it's great for us. We don't like it at the time, but it definitely pays off during the course of a season.
You've noticed the difference? You're stronger, or your core, or your legs?
Yes, you can just feel it. You know, you can just feel it, you know, within your body. And I think my teammates can say the same. And then once you get on the court, you know, that plus confidence, you know, equals, you know, havoc. So
a lot of people would say the parking deck next to the Siegel Center was great for parking. it was great for Daniel Roos to find different ways to train our guys.
Really?
Yes.
And our guys will carry crazy things all the way to the top and back. Well, if you do that on the hottest day of the summer at 4 o'clock, and I mean, it's crazy. But if you do stuff in the summer that's so mentally taxing on you, games are easy, and these guys have proven that.
Why are you the first one out on the floor? Is that something? I mean, you want to make sure you're the first one out there?
I think it goes into, just being a shooter, wanting to be the best at, that particular thing. And, my job on the team is to shoot the ball and actually make shots. And I feel like if I get out there early, before the opponent, before some of my teammates, I feel like I have a better chance of those shots going in, in the game. And I've seen, some of the great shooters do it, over the course of a season. And, I just want to follow their footsteps.
There's a lot of great shooters that have come out of Roanoke, Coach, right?
Some really good ones. He's one of the best.
No question.
Even everybody down there that I know always talks about how even when he was in high school and even before that, he wasn't a great player. You even said that, and I read that in an article not too long ago, but he was always a great shooter. And everybody wants a great shooter, that's for sure. But that valley has created some good ones.
No question. Talk about Charlotte. You guys go down there, critical A-10 road game on Saturday at Charlotte.
Right, it's a very important game for us, and I think we're pretty much ready. This week was about just getting better and preparing for Charlotte and having fun at the same time. We went on a stretch where we lost 2 games in a row, and it's just not acceptable under Coach Smart and any of the coaches on the staff, and definitely wasn't acceptable for us. So we feel like we have a lot to prove in this league, and we have to do it Saturday.
What have you learned about life in the A-10 so far?
Very tough. You have to come to play every night, every single night. You have to play, and it's very physical. You have to adjust to the refs' calls. You have to adjust to guys being physical towards you, and it's great for us. It's a lot of exposure and better players. So,
what was your reaction when Coach got his teeth knocked out?
This is the question of the day.
Man.
I'm just curious because you were not feeling that, were you?
No, chills.
You don't like blood, like that's not your thing.
Man, I actually seen it happen, in slow motion, and it kind of surprised me when I seen his teeth fall out. It was like, is that really happening? And 10 seconds right after Coach Rose was ready to go, but I was actually in the locker room trying to find my mouthpiece.
You were like, oh, that's not happening to me.
It's not gonna happen to me. So, but
see, there wasn't any blood.
Oh, right.
It just, my teeth, they just fell out very slowly, and then the thing that everyone remembers is they heard it hit the hardwood. And I thought I had just chipped one of them, and then I looked down and there was no chip. There were 2 teeth. So
you guys had a much heralded shooting contest last year at the NCAA tournament, right?
Yeah, I wasn't loose for that one.
Yeah. I have some video of that still too. Will there be a rematch when you go back to the NCAA tournament this year?
Well, if we do that, we'll definitely have one.
Oh, you guys will do it again once and for all, right? Since it's your senior year.
definitely.
Troy, best of luck.
Thank you.
I know you got a lot of big games still ahead of you, and congratulations and thanks for coming by today.
Appreciate it. Thank
Great
you.
stuff. Big round of applause for Troy Daniels. We're going to come back.